Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Patters, and today we're going to do a top 5. Yeah, another top 5, that's right, I'm original as fuck, man, come on. And it's going to be about Pokemon X and Y and what Pokemon should get Mega Evolutions or just normal evolutions. It doesn't really matter, I guess. For some Pokemon, I would prefer a normal evolution over a Mega Evolution, and for others, I would prefer a Mega Evolution over normal evolutions. And I'll probably say which Pokemon those are, but yes. So first off, I just want to say that the art in the video is not mine. I'm not an artist. I don't claim to be. And the links for the artist, or at least the source of the image, will probably be in the description. So if you want to check out their work or anything else, then you can go ahead and look in there. And this is completely my opinion. As always, all the top 5 videos I do are completely my opinion. So if you have your own opinion, I'd be glad to hear it in the comment section. And I haven't watched any other top 5 Mega Pokemon evolutions or what Pokemon should get evolutions in X and Y, or at least I think I've watched like 1 or 2 maybe. But if mine sort of clashes with anyone else's, that's completely coincidental, and it shows that they definitely deserve an evolution or a Mega Evolution. So we're gonna start with number 5 on the list. So let's go. Alright, so coming in at number 5 on the list is going to be Farfetch'd. Now, the thing about Farfetch'd is it's been around since the first generation. It's one of the OG Pokemon, and they haven't done a single thing with it since it was created. Like, what was that, 17 years ago, something like that? It's just been sitting there as a normal flying type with pretty terrible stats and no evolutions. So I really hope they do something with this. I would kind of hope that it would be an evolution instead of just a Mega Evolution, so that it can, continue on with those great stats instead of having to change every battle. And I think it would be kind of cool if you did something like if you had the leak or whatever thing it carries. I think it's like a leak or something. You do something special with that and it gets it to evolve or something. I think that would be kind of cool. But yeah, seriously, like, it's been there since the start, and all the other Pokemon, well, not all the other Pokemon, like lots of other Pokemon have been there since the start. Have had something like a pre-evolution and evolution, some powers up, some stat boosting things or whatever. And Farfetch'd has just been sitting there like, it just seems like they've forgotten about it. And it'd be really cool if they did something special with it in 6th Gen or Pokemon X and Y, so that's what I hope. Anyway, moving on to number 4. So, coming in at number 4 on the list is going to be Sunflora, or rather Sunkern, Sunflora. Just any kind of evolution for that line or Mega Evolution would be great because, well, Sunkern has the lowest stats of anything ever, really. And Sunflora, it's not really much of an improvement. Sunflora still kind of sucked, and it's outbeaten by a lot of other grass types, and there's really no reason for you to use it unless you're playing like a Nuzlocke and it's the only grass type you have. Even at that point, I wouldn't recommend using it, so I think if Sunflora had like a Mega Evolution or just a normal evolution, then that would be great because really, like, there's nothing special about it at all, and they have the things like Roselia, like other flower Pokemon that you could use if you really wanted a flower Pokemon, and I really don't see any reason why it shouldn't get an evolution. I think it should, and it would stop people from constantly making fun of that evolution line, as it's probably one of the worst in the series. So I do hope that Sunflora and Sunkern get something redeeming about them in Pokemon X and Y. It's not likely to happen, but the hope is still there, and that is why Sunflora and Sunkern is number 4 on the list. Alright, so number 3 on the list is going to be Dunsparce. Now, while I haven't watched a lot of other people's top 5 evolution hopes and dreams and Mega Evolution things, I know that it's important for a lot of people to get a Dunsparce evolution or a Mega Evolution, something that sets it out from the rest of the normal types, because it's kind of crappy. It just sort of sits there. It's a normal type. There's nothing special about it. Its move pool is pretty lackluster. When I first found a Dunsparce in what I think is Dark Cave, somewhere near the start of Gold and Silver, I was like, wow, this thing's amazing. Well, it looks pretty cool. It looks rare. I wonder what it's going to turn into. And nothing. Like, absolutely nothing. Nothing happened with Dunsparce, and I think it would be pretty cool for it to, evolve into something like a giant Leviathan type thing, and the thing I have in the artwork right there. I think it would be cool if it had something special to happen to it, like, at all. It would be great. But, yeah, so that is why Dunsparce is going to be number 3 on the list. And I think a lot of other people share the sentiment that it should get something. Like anything. Just Game Freak, come on. Give it something. Don't just leave it lying there on the floor. So that's why Dunsparce is number 3. Okay, so claiming the number 2 spot in the Pokemon that I think should get evolutions or Mega Evolutions is going to be Spinda. Now, Spinda is one of those specialist Pokemon. It's kind of all based around that it can confuse people. It has things like Dizzy Punch and teeter dance, and things like that. And while it is cool, I think that it does deserve some kind of boost because all of its stats are, well, all of its base stats are 60, every single one of them, and that is not much at all, especially for a Pokemon that doesn't evolve or doesn't get any kind of boosts in its stats or anything like that. So I think while it's cool that they can made a specialist Pokemon, I can kind of get why they didn't make it evolve because confusion is a really annoying thing. I think I get that a little bit, so they made the Pokemon that's based around it kind of weak. I really do think that Spinda should get some kind of evolution to make it at least worthwhile to use in the main games and perhaps the competitive battling side as well. So that is why I have Spinda as number 2, and next we're going to move on to number 1. Alright, so the number 1 Pokemon that I think should get some kind of Mega Evolution, probably Mega Evolution over Normal Evolution, is going to be Arcanine. And that's right, one of my favorite Pokemon. I think he should get some kind of evolution just because I think it would be amazing. Like, they've done a good job on the other Pokemon so far. I think they've made them look pretty good. A lot of people don't like the evolutions, or the Mega Evolutions, sorry, because I think it makes them look dumb or whatever. But I can see how some of them kind of look dumb, but others, like Blaziken, I think it looks a lot better. Or rather, not better, just sort of... It makes them not look worse, but it also makes them look a lot more badass at the same time. So, I think if they made one for Arcanine, as long as it didn't fuck it up and make it look so, yeah, dumb or anything, I think it'd be really cool to have a Mega Evolution for Arcanine, because it would make me want to use him all that much more, and even though he is one of my favorite Pokemon to begin with, I would just love them forever if they were able to do that in a decent way that made him not look crappy or anything. So, as long as you didn't ruin him, that would be great, Game Freak. And that is why Arcanine is number 1 on the list. So, I'm going to thank you all very much for watching. I want you all to share your opinions in the comment section below, whether you agree with me or not, and what you would have get evolutions and things like that. So, thank you all very much for watching this, and I will see you guys next time.